Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. And over the years, people have said absolutely stupid things about me that are not true. And one of them is that I have bins of gold in my apartment. Do I look like I got bins of gold here? So that was done by the big crapola, little Chris, who also declared himself when I first started doing YouTube 14 years ago to be my manager. He couldn't manage a bag of potato chips. So I got this today along with some junk mail and my lease so I can copy my lease so I can go to the DMV and get real ID. And I forgot to turn the light on. I can't see a damn thing with these glasses on, but there's a reason why I'm wearing them. So there we go. All right, drop the invoice. Should start keeping these because they might be considered one day to be business expenses. And there's a card in here, 100% satisfaction product care. So, all right, I'm going to show you this. Now I found an English site that will put automatic blinds in your windows to block out the light, the heat, and the sun. So that's very interesting. If this were my place, I would do it. If I ever get my own place, I will do it. And I still haven't gotten the thing on the door yet because I need another person. Excuse me, to help my coffee here. My tube is attacking me. So I'm going to step out of the camera. Excuse me. No water right now. I'm going to step out of the camera for a minute and go get some water and change this shirt. Let's see. I forgot to turn on the. I did turn on this. No, I didn't turn on the thing. Okay. And it's 82 in here. It's 78 outside. I just went down to get the poor neighbor Lupe. She can't even see anymore. She's been here forever. Walks the walkers. Very sweet person. I had to help her open the mailbox. Okay. Be right back. Okay. So, if I had bins of gold, I would be like the fictional character Arik Goldfinger. So, send her away. Why is this handle here? I have no idea who you are. Okay, thank you. All right, now I'm going to have to stand up for this. And wait a minute. And kill myself standing up. Hold on, just turn the light off. We're down. Okay. So if I did have bins of gold, I'd be like the James Bond villain Arik Goldfinger. So I would have to be wearing. Whoop, that's not the right way. This. There we go. And since I do have silver, I thought this would be appropriate. So take that, little Chris. So it's really hot in here. So there are other things coming, and next week I'll be buying something that will allow me to use it on every Mac device. Now, the trolls have been dormant for a while, but this is something, this idiot came up. He started this George Senda fan page, which is full of slanderous visual and content material about me, my parents, Kathy, Trolls have pretty much left me alone lately. There is still the evil imposter, and if I ever have the money to hire an attorney, I'll go after him and go after Lucas. But the limitation with California law is you have to file within 2 years of the. You can only sue them within 2 years of whatever they put online. So that's the problem. Now, if I move to another state, that might be different, like Nevada. But anyway, I had to get this. So, and I was looking at 1/10 of an ounce of gold and a gram of gold, about, I think, 1,300 for 1 little gram of gold. So I wish I had bins of gold and silver. I wouldn't be in this cramped, hot, non-air conditioned apartment with 7 fans going, except they're not going now. When I turn off the fan, I have one by the door going. Turn off the fans, I'm dying in here. But it was one of the things that always bugged me. Yeah, I have bins of gold. And I calculated that if you had a bin of gold and you stacked them up, the floor would collapse. It's such a stupid thing to say. All right. Anyway, my coffee maker died. And I had to order a new coffee maker. And there's an item coming in, I think, Tuesday. So, and there's other items coming in, including something I bought. But I have, waiting to be repaired, a 2009 27-inch iMac, a 2010 21.5-inch iMac that Buzzy broke. Let's see, the 2007 iMac, that's 3. An iBook that I may get restored. I have the very heavy monster 2015 Retina MacBook Pro and the Silicon M1 Mac Mini, and I might even dig up the 2006 or 7 Mac Mini and restore that. But what I'm getting next week, I have to go pick it up physically, will allow me to connect it when I get the adapter. I'm getting another device, by the way, next week. So that will make it 7. I can connect that device to every Macintosh product I own. And that means I can go do videos in the bedroom and run I haven't used it in ages, have to clear a space out. I would like to tear out the giant wooden cabinet I suspect was originally for a television, because the bottom shelves have broken off, and I could run the portable air conditioner, sit back there and do videos with a newer Mac and not sit here and roast. I do have one little fan going off in there 4 hours a day. Now it's about 2 to 5 degrees cooler in there, but the problem is if I open the window, all the flies and bugs and mosquitoes come in, and gnats and God knows what else, but there's no air circulation back there. So, but this thing, I don't know if it's charged or not. Hold on. I do have the charger for it. Kathy had me order this, and then she decided she wanted yes, it's charged. So this is a 2015 MacBook Pro, and it's, come on, there we go. And hello, Roustabout. How you doing? Welcome. All right, there we go. Now I can see if I plug this in, so the battery doesn't go whoop. Then I can see who's in chat a lot easier with this next to me. Of course, ideally I would have a table with the display, the Silicon M1 Mac Mini. And by the way, if you're interested, Amazon has a sale on, I think it was the 13-inch M4 MacBook Pro. I think it was MacBook Pro. They dropped the price There's one level of 16 gigabyte of memory, and then there's another level of 16 unified, and then there's a third level of 24 gigabyte memory. They dropped it from $1,700 to $1,300, or $1,600 to $13. The low end is 11, then the upper end is 16. So a $300 price drop on a MacBook Pro 4. If I had the money, I'd be buying one. So this works perfectly fine on the internet. It's 10 years old. This cost about $400. Then I got Kathy the 2015, not knowing that Apple was going to say these are obsolete. Got her the 2015 27-inch 4K or 5K. I think it's 5K MacBook, iMac, and eventually I will go up there and take it, get her a Mac Mini to use temporarily. So I love this thing, although it's awfully heavy to lug around, but I drag it with me when I go to Starbucks or something. Then I will upgrade the GPU, the CPU, the hard drive, and it'll probably be at that point metal supported, and she can use. I need help. Of course, if I ever win the Powerball, I mean, I could hire Luke Miani, and he could help me do all this stuff that I can't do because I can't see. Or I've been having problems with my hands, and also thanks to the Pfizer COVID vaccine, I'm still getting stabbing pains in my feet that they said were temporary. But the item I'm buying next week, though, is from 2006. And when it was new, it was cheaper than getting an Apple cinema display. But it works. It's not 5K, it's not 4K, but the colors are nice. And I also found something else, which I want to get eventually. I found a Roku soundbar for the Roku TV. That would be nice too. So, unlimited amount of money. You'd be seeing Pittsburgh unboxing every day until the garbage company would go broke. They can't carry all my cardboard, and they still haven't. I should go take a picture of that. They still haven't moved They haven't emptied the 10 bins of recycling on the grass. Oh, the only bright spot, if they sit there long enough, the grass in that section will die. There'll be less grass to annoy me with the allergy. So today my goal is to clean off the table and get all this table cleared off. And I have these things. I didn't see what they were. I got to return them. I'll get my credit there. I thought they used a whole bunch of carabiners. When they tried to steal my cart, I thought, oh boy, I got a bunch of these. I can put these in my cart, put these in my folding cart, give some to Kathy, but they're this big. I'm returning it. I get a $10 credit. So I got to order new carabiners when I get that credit. So Kathy and I've been going to Kathy's Monday to install her Xfinity internet, and 17th, going to the doctor in San Francisco, and I wrote my knee surgeon a long letter because he said, I don't think you're going to get the physical therapy. And I said, quite frankly, in the long email message, I'm a survivor. I've been pronounced dead twice. I've been electrocuted. I've fallen. I've had COVID twice. I've broken my knees. I've injured my back. I've injured my shoulders. Yet I still live. And I make it to your appointments to meet up with you and get constant x-rays. I should be glowing in the dark. I should be a neon sign by now. They've x-rayed my back, my knees, my hips, my head, because I had sinus surgery years ago. But what makes you think I'm not going to get to a physical therapy appointment? The only time I miss your appointments, I have to reschedule, was either I run out of money because it costs a small fortune to go across the bay now, even with the handicap discount, senior discount. Take Bart in the bus, and Bart in another bus, and then I have to walk 8 blocks from light rail at the Chase Center for basketball, and then back. By the time I get done with seeing the doctor, and the x-ray guys manipulated my knee, they did more knee x-rays the last time, I go home and I'm in agony. And I said, there is Uber. There are vans I can arrange the day before. Take me to the physical therapist. Take me back. He always has excuses why he can't do the knee surgery. And the latest one is, you have this active sinus infection, which is getting better. Although I saw something last night. I can't remember what it was. I was laughing so hard I started to choke. It was something really funny. And that can be a danger because I started coughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I wish I remember what I was laughing at. I didn't go to bed till late. I slept till like 2 o'clock. So if I had gold fingers, gold, I sure as hell wouldn't be here. And the curious thing, I bought Powerball tickets and I played one line, my original Super Lotto picks from years ago when the lotto was $52 million. And I hit 4 out of 6. I had the mega. And they're based on my birth date, my parents' wedding anniversary, my birth month. And my parents' wedding anniversary was 18. It came up 17. And my birthday is 28. April 28th, it came up 17. It came up 27. So I missed the lotto by one number each. I would have had, let's see, computer. What is 64% of 52 million?
64% of 52 million is 33 million.
Hold on, I think I've got the number wrong. Hold on, it's 24%. Computer, what is 76% of 52 million? Computer.
76% of 52 million is 39 million.
I would have had roughly $40 million. And Kathy said, why do you buy more tickets? I said, am I supposed to spend my entire check on lotto tickets? And I'm seeing people buy 300 quick picks and not win a dime. And people buy scratchers and they don't win. But I was that close. I got $250, got buried the mega. But you have no idea how much that's driven Kathy crazy for years. We should have won that. No, I should have won that. And if I ever do win the Powerball, or if I decide to play the Super Lotto, I'm going to play a little game with Kathy and Patty, particularly Patty, who's being a total idiot again. Truth or no cash, and get them to guess if I won the lotto or not. When I did win the lotto, if you must choose wisely, as the guy from Indiana Jones said, the brave knight. If you choose poorly, you get $1. So just a mess with them. Patty, there goes my money on the floor. Patty had the stupidity that Melania Trump is a legal alien when she's not. She became a citizen in 2006, and now she claims she once went to court for driving without a license, had an accident, driving without a license, driving without insurance, and didn't get fined, just got a warning. And I don't believe that. Been to gold. Yeah, I wish I had been to gold too. Computer, what's the weight of a bar of gold?
According to Alexa Answers Computer, a bar of gold typically weighs 27.5 pounds.
All right. One bar is 27.5 pounds of gold. So I'd have to get a bin, like a storage bin, which I have over there. And I would estimate you could probably put in that small one I found on the street, maybe 25 bars of gold. So we'll round it off to 30. So 30, you'd have, computer, what's 27.5 times 30?
27.5 times 30 is 825.
All right, 825 pounds. So, yeah. Yes. Okay, so 825 pounds per bin. But the question is, if I emptied this apartment entirely and put nothing but bins of gold and silver in here, would it collapse the floor? And it probably would. So it's so stupid. And I went into the coin dealer. They had no bins of gold. I had to pay interest on a loan this month. And we're going to get something out next week. I got to talk to Kathy about that. And somehow our car fund money disappeared from her bank account. She thinks she spent too much money. I said, you need to charge on your credit card, not eat up your available cash. but they had 1 ounce bars of silver and 10 ounce bars of silver and 100 ounce bars of silver and some really old silver dimes. I may buy one of those sometime, but that's all the silver they had. They're cleaned out. People are pawning stuff still left and right. Some lady went in to exchange her diamond ring, once a pink one or something, and then a guy came in and his father died and he had this huge silver collection. He pawned that. So people are not buying. They don't have the money. All right. So that's what's going on with me. I did dishes this morning, but when it gets 82 in here, it's almost 2. I got to wait till like 4 in the morning and do anything, and you don't want to make a lot of noise. I'm going to move that chair and put it on the bed and move the folding cart into the hallway and move the stroller into the hallway. And I may have to move the bins. There's 2 bins, one with blankets and the reindeer pillow with the bells on it. See what's in there. It looks like I got a pair of shoes up there to try to restore my Captain America, my UFO picture, and then the Halloween picture. I got to move all that stuff out of here, and I'd like to do that this weekend. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning. I have to go to Walnut Creek tomorrow to put money in the bank and then to the credit union. Oh, and I don't think I said the channel numbers, so let's get that done. I've gotten 29,015 views in the last 28 days, and lifetime we have 1,507,888 views and 20,070 subscribers. So thank you for watching the channel, and thank you for subscribing. Now, if I had what I'd really like to have, years ago, we're kicking ourselves. I would love to have like 1/10 ounce gold American coins. In the 70s, Kathy and I looked at it. Back then, you could get 1/10 of an ounce of gold coin for $70. We didn't do it because we didn't have anybody to talk to. And in the coin dealer, the pawn shops that were prolifically along Market Street until they tore up Market Street for BART and redevelopment, a $20 gold piece was like $250 or $300. So I'm kicking myself for not doing that. I would have kept those at my mother's, and maybe the babushka person would have stolen them, or kept those in the safety deposit box. Wish I'd bought about 10 of those. I had money. You kick yourself for things you didn't do. And so that's about it. So I did dishes today. I threw up recycling yesterday. I've got another bin of recycling, but the 10 containers down there haven't been emptied in a week. Monday will be 2 weeks. I called the office. I did get the lease, so now I'm going to get real ID when we go to the DMV. And Kathy is awaiting. I'm awaiting my new glasses. And so as soon as I get my new glasses, I can go over to the DMV and arrange to get real ID. And that way, if we ever, and I need to get Kathy to get her driver's license back. She has to get glasses so she can see. And so that's what's going on. All right, I really need it. That clutter looks terrible. I need to fix that. But it's too hard to do everything in the summer. This is why I would love to win the Powerball, to have a house, have storage, get all that stuff behind me cleared up, and have air conditioning and shutters on the windows, blackout shutters. It was amazing. This English site, saw a shorts video. They take this one thing, goes, and it blocks the window. Then they take another, and puts this steel shutter over the window. And the outer one blocks the light and the heat. The inner one blocks the light. You're covered. And then they had one for a long window like this. That was really cool. I would love that, because I have trouble with the light with the camera, as you can see. But also with sleeping, because I have to have everything dark. I can't sleep with the light. I have fallen asleep with the TV on and the light on, but and the new device, I can also get a sound bar for it, so that will be cool too. But to have the thing cost well over $2,000 when it was brand new. I'm getting it cheap, as I am getting the other thing cheap. So, all right, with that in mind, I'm going to go because I've run out of stuff to say. And sitting here with a shirt on with no fan, I'm dying. So I'm going to leave. Have a great weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated, stay safe, and remember to click the like button and get your friends, coworkers, family members, acquaintances to subscribe. They can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month for content not on the regular channel. And I'm going to go before I turn to a pile of goo here, because I can't sit here with the fan off for it's just too damn long. If I ever did, I ever came up with an idea, by the way. If I had all my computers, or maybe just build a warehouse with air conditioning and a hot tub and a pool, Olympic-sized pool, and I would have 2 people assist me to build my own computer center and have every Mac ever made and Apple IIs, giant, no, stop computer, a giant Apple II section and Mac and gaming, and get one of them Nintendo Switches and get a Wii and Atari and Amiga and Commodore and start playing games. Like, I don't want a Commodore, but big gaming room, but retro, big on retro. The first computer before I ever used was a PDP-1 at an industrial company south of Market Street in San Francisco in 1968 when I was 16 years old. A bunch of engineers were there, and I forget what they were doing, but they had a PDP-1 there, and they had built their own joysticks with ribbon cables that big, handmade ribbon cables, and they were playing on a little tiny screen. You had the sun, you had the spaceship, and you could move the joystick to accelerate the spaceship. Little flame, this was all in black and white. Little flame would come out, and then the UFO would come and attack you. And that was Space War on a mainframe. That was so cool, and that's when I fell in love immediately. Wow, this is neat. I wish I had one of these, But it took up the entire room, and it probably cost a fortune for the power and the cooling. But that was the first computer game ever. And there's a bunch of people that played PDP-1, including at NASA. So I'm 73 now. So I've been using computers a long time. Of course, I played Duke Nukem, Command and Conquer, Duke Nukem, Doom, Castle Wolfenstein, Civilization. I have one Mac. I forgot I have a 2005 Mac Mini that works, but I can't do anything with it. And it won't let me play Civilization 3 complete. The other games cheat. I have 4 and 5, but in 4, the barbarians immediately kicked the hell out of me. I would set up a city, do everything to defend it, and suddenly my whole city would be burning to the ground. Oh, I also played those Age of Empires Microsoft games. Maroney, my dear friend Maroney, who's gone now, played those on his PC. So, yeah, I did a lot of gaming, and I found a site for my Apple IIs that I can put what the equivalent of a internal, basically kind of like an electronic drive, and put games on it, and then run down the menu. And I found one game that I got rid of because I got rid of my Performer for $550. And actually found a disc with that. But I may be able to find it digitally. They put all these Apple games in there, and you just go down the menu, and they're all saved. And I used to have thousands of Apple II discs. And one day, my girlfriend, Kathy, her father found this flaky woman to act as Kathy's housekeeper and had all my discs in the closet. The discs alone were worth thousands today, and she went and threw them all in the dumpster. I never did an explanation of why I was on the Apple developers list, but I still have about 65 and a quarter inch disc and every manual for the Apple II ever. But you don't realize how furious. Ultima One alone is probably a couple $1,000. So I'm still pissed off about that to this day. You threw up my stuff. My mother did that twice. She threw up my comic book collection, and she threw up my science fiction collection in 1968, which is a huge reason I moved out. Maniac Mansion. Yeah, I remember Maniac Mansion. Sam and Max didn't care for that. Oh, yeah, I played Bard's Tale. I played, I think it was Conquest of Something. I played Crush, Crumble, and Chomp. I played Temple of Apshai. I played Emon Adventures. I had all those Emons that were, public domain. I had about 50 of those. I had so much software. And then all my Apple magazines, I put my Apple II Plus, my Insider magazines in Kathy's storage. And not once did she decide, let's go up and take some of this stuff out of here and find you a cheaper storage. So when she abandoned her storage, I lost those. They now cost $20 a piece. I'm always dumbfounded the prices of computer magazines and the UFO magazine edited by Nancy Burns. Bill and Nancy are friends of mine. Those are going for $20 a piece, which is ridiculous. So it would cost me thousands to replace my collection. But my Apple IIe, I have two Apple IIes. I have an Apple II GS. I have an Apple IIc, an Apple II Plus, an integer-based Apple. I have 6 Apple IIs. I have monitors for them. And I finally found a place in Colorado that repair my 3.5-inch drive for my Apple II GS. I can finally play something other than Archinoid. So in an ideal world with an air-conditioned house, and I would build a really big computer center as an offshoot of the house with air conditioning and a cat tunnel, because cats will start scratching the door. What are you doing in there? And used to have my Snooky would watch me, and one day Snooky decided for some reason to spray the power strip, and I'm on my Apple II, and he goes round, and he flies across the room and hits the wall, and shook his head, killed the power strip. That ended that gaming session. We had to go get another power strip, clean up the urine. He never peed on another power strip, and lucky he didn't get electrocuted. So I loved him dearly. He died of cancer at 18 and a half. He was born in my arms. I had Mama Cat Schwartzberg. We had 2 litters. She made, and another cat that got pregnant. They both made me lie down on the floor, and oddly, they both made me lie down on the floor on my birthday, 5:30 in the morning, and had kittens. So yeah. So I used to have all this. I have Mac software and binders in the bedroom. And I have an Atari, I have a N64, I have a Sega Genesis, multiple Game Boys. I think I even have a 3DS. I do not have a Switch. I would love to have a Switch. And I understand you can do live YouTube with a Switch. I'll have to ask the geek about that. So I missed the one store that was around for years until they stopped selling Apple II stuff. I used to go to the used computer store in Berkeley. They're no longer around. I got tons of Apple software for about 20 years there. Can't pick up. Hey. Penny fell on the floor. I take the change and put it in my savings account. All right, when I go to the credit union. Okay, I gotta go. I'm dying in here. It's too damn hot. I will take this shirt off. But somebody else has also come up. Auric Enterprises, keychains, tie clasp, something cuffs for your shirt, and I may get a keychain. Goldfinger keychain. Goldfinger, he's the man with bins of gold in his apartment. We never did see where Goldfinger lived. We just saw him at the golf course. We saw him at the stud farm. And we saw him in his jet, but never saw his mansion, unlike Hugo Drax and Moonraker. All right, that's it for this one. I got to go. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And how do I turn this off? I have no idea. Let's see. What do you do to turn this off? I don't know. Let's see. What's that? Manage. I don't know how you turn it off. They tell you go live. They don't tell you how to shut it up. Well, I guess I'll just leave. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. Oh, I guess I just click this. All right. See you later. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Stay cool and watch the skies and watch out for falling bricks of gold. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. There we go. I got it. You have to click on live stream and the X to get out of this. See you later.